To begin an assembly file, you can use the blank page icon, or use the File, New drop-down menu, and select Assembly. Both options bring you to the same file. Here, in the Begin Assembly Property Manager, SOLIDWORKS prompts me to select a component to insert into the assembly. There are two options. I can click the Browse button to select a component saved on a drive, or I can select a component from this list. Any components currently open in other windows are available for selection on this list. If there are no components available in the Open Document selection window, the Open dialog box will automatically open, prompting you to browse for components to insert. You can disable this function by unchecking the Automatic Browse when creating new assembly option. Once I select a part to insert into the assembly, you can see I get a preview of the part in the graphics window. All I have to do is click, and the part is dropped into place. When a component is inserted into an assembly this way, one thing to be aware of is that the component won't necessarily line up with the origin of the assembly. I'll quickly show the origin so you can see. From the Hide/Show Items dropdown, I'll click View Origins. In the graphics area, you can see that the assembly origin and the component origin aren't aligned. Often, the design intent of an assembly requires that the origin of the first component and the origin of the assembly are coincident. If you want to ensure that the origins are aligned, there is an easy way to do this. I'll discard this assembly and start a new one. Again, you can see the Begin Assembly Property Manager appears. I'll select the component from the list, and you can see it appear in the graphics area. This time, instead of clicking to place the component in the graphics window, I'll click the green check. You can see that the new component automatically positions itself, and the origin of the assembly and the part origin are now coincident. Another way to start an assembly is to create it while a component file is open. From the File drop-down menu, you can select Make Assembly from the part. You can also access this from the New icon drop-down. Notice that the assembly interface looks similar to the part interface. There is the Feature Manager design tree and the graphics window. But there is no longer the Features tab on the Command Manager. Instead, there is the Assembly tab, which contains the commands frequently used while working with assemblies. Also, notice at the bottom of the Feature Manager tree, there's an additional item that didn't exist in the feature tree for part files. This is where mates will be stored, which I'll discuss in detail a bit later. Now that the first component has been inserted into the assembly, let's take a look at how to insert additional components.